This is my most embarrassing OC. The only reason we're doing this is because, if I'm honest, I still love her. I still love her. But she's so embarrassing. You might remember the sketchbook. This is my favorite drawing of Sailor Moon. I will never top it in this lifetime. Those markers are dead, and Sailor Moon will forever be my comfort character. If I look back on this drawing, I'm forced to see that OC. I also love this Star versus the Forces of Evil drawing. I'm really just stalling, just so we don't have to talk about this OC. Oh my god. She's an eggplant that came to life. Oh my god. I remember creating her. I was playing around with color combinations. I was like, that's the color of an eggplant. That must be who she is. That thought never left my mind. From that moment, I was like, I have an eggplant OC. I don't actually know why I'm so embarrassed of her. I don't. But I am. So, of course, we have to revamp her. Before we kick off the sketchbook tour, I just need to see her in this one color. This is either gonna be beautiful or it's gonna hurt your eyesight. I don't know. And I'll just let you in on her little storyline while I'm at it. So she's a little eggplant. You know how old people are very sweet to their plants and they're loving and they talk to them and they're like, grow, be strong, I'm so proud of you. This little eggplant loves the farmer that takes care of her. But she loves him so much that she becomes a human. This is embarrassing. I don't know if it's magic, the power of love. Younger me was such a sap. I was so sappy. Ew. But, long story short, it's just a really close bond between a farmer and an eggplant. It's so wholesome. Like, in my head, it is so wholesome. It just sounds dumb, though. Okay. I'm gonna get through this without laughing, because this is for real. I love her. Also, my aunt and my grandma, they take care of their plants, and they're just happy to do it. And I think about that all the time when I see them. And then sometimes when they're out of town, they'll ask me. And they'll be like, will you look after my plants? And I'm like, of course I will. Now, am I loving and nurturing? But I try sometimes. And then later on when they come back, they're like, how are my plants? And I'm like, you're asking me? Go look at them. You tell me. And they're always not well. They're always sick. Or they're dying in one area, and she's like, I told you to water them. And I'm like, I did. She's like, you're supposed to love them. Love? Those plants get treated like my OCs. You're getting trauma. I'm joking. No plants were harmed. I try not to harm anything. I'm a sweetie. I really am. Okay. So back on point, I really love the movies where the whole plot line is somebody comes into your life, but it's to help you. They're serving a purpose, you dig? Like, so when that task is up, you get where I'm going with this? You know what I mean? Nanny McPhee, I won't watch that movie because it is such a tearjerker. She was there to help. And what does she say? When you need me, but you don't want me, I gotta stay. And when you want me, but you don't need me, I must go. Oh, not me crying over Nanny McPhee. So for him, this little old man, he lives alone, he's a farmer. And I can't tell if he's like the crotchety old man that wants to be left alone, or if he's the sweet old man and his family's all gone, the kids are grown, his wife is dead. And if she's not dead, she left him for the city life. I need this old man to be alone. You dig what I'm saying. But honestly, I just wanted to like have a story about how tender like people are with their plants. Like, I cannot explain to y'all how like wholesome it is. People are so kind to their plants. That color is disgusting. Okay. Wait. Okay, that was harsh. Because I got shocked. That was shock value talking. The dark green just looks much better. I really thought with my entire chest that would look better than it did. That's all. That was my disappointment talking. Yeesh. But there's no need for that. She's wonderful. Oh, her eyes. No, her eyes are in 2 different directions. Crap. No. Maybe you can't see. Yeah, maybe you guys are blind. Okay, that's better. We'll just have to close up that eye. Well, not close it up, but you know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. You know, eventually the old man's gonna wake up one morning and he's not gonna find his little eggplant. He's gonna find her instead, right? And I just imagine that while she was still a little plant, he always said stuff like, oh, my petunia, my darling, my prize, like whatever. He always has these sweet little pet names for her because that is his sweet little eggplant, you dig? And so when he's like, who are you? She's like, Petunia, I'm your favorite. I'm your darling. What? And he's like, where's my eggplant? And she's like, hello, right here. And he's confused. She's confused, but he's confused. Because this is like no fun when something crazy happens and the protagonist easily accepts it. Like, let's be realistic. Let's be real now. What do you mean your prized possession is gone? Like, you better not immediately be like, oh yeah, a young girl is in my garden. I'm sure she's the eggplant that I'm missing. That's insane. Like, you need them to freak out a little bit. There needs to be a little bit of angst because she's like, I love you. And he's like, I'm calling the police. You have 5 minutes. I'm really glad we did this. She is no longer my most embarrassing OC. I don't know who is now, but it's not her. So let's get into the sketchbook tour. So this is the original time that I drew her, and I was like, oh no, she looks good. What? We switched the ideas. Darker hair instead of skin. Lighter skin instead of hair. It's amazing how one little idea can flip out everything. I didn't want the crazy curls. I genuinely don't know how often I draw rose quartz. I saw those curls and I was like, no, I need a break. Put the curls down. And I did try to redesign her. There's no reason to redesign her. I can't. While that would have been cute, I'm convinced it would have. Well, it's not curly. It's not really straight either. I would go with like bushy. I have no idea how eggplants grow. It feels like they grow in a bush. If it's me, if this is a safe space, I feel like her hair should be bushy because they grow out of bushes. That's probably not true. They probably grow underground or something. There's not an eggplant tree. You can't gaslight me, no. My favorite idea about them, she is this voluptuous woman, but she has to wear something, and he's an old man, so she has to wear old man clothes. I love that so much, like his old bowling shirts, stuff like that. She is this beautiful woman in the most hideous shirts you've ever seen. The striped one kind of goes hard, but like, she wears his like khaki pants that he wears to church. She's wearing his Sunday best. It's so precious. And she's going into the fields with him, and she follows him around in his garden, and she's just in these old man frumpy clothes. I love the color scheme for this man. I don't know what I was thinking giving it to him. This yellow, this lighter yellow banana bunny girl, her hair's not that light. Ooh, I need somebody to have this. I don't know who though. Maybe a butterscotch bunny boy? I don't know, but I need to see this color scheme again, and we will. I'm recycling it. I'm stealing it, Farmer Joe. I gotta take it from you. But she looks beautiful. But I think my favorite thing about them is their initial reactions to each other. When she's helping him in the fields and he's still not sure about her, she has to watch him be sweet to all the other plants like he used to be to her, you know? So he's like telling the plants like grow and be strong. She's like, I did. I'm right here. To think this was her whole storyline, and I was too embarrassed. She does look so much better though. I thought about her all the time. But like, it's really the white, that lighting that's really doing it for me. I don't know how to explain it. Or maybe it's like the little hints of like the lighter green. Something is speaking to me. And I'll never know why it was an eggplant. To think I was like so embarrassed of her for years, yo. Easy. But it's really just a story about when he finally accepts her. It's just an old man and the eggplant, and they love each other. But like, you know this isn't gonna end well, right? You know that. They're not allowed to be happy, not forever. So eventually, as time passes on, she starts out this rugged goddess coming from the eggplant bush, however they grow. And over time, she starts changing. Little changes, like maybe she's a little bit shorter. She's a little bit more tired. Remember what I said about once you complete your purpose? She can't stay with him. So she shrinks until she's what? An eggplant again. That is so sad. But that's how it's gotta be, right? Bye.